What if I told you, Leo, that the next few days carry 7 turning points that can change the way you see your life? Listen closely, because what I'm about to share isn't random. You're here because your spirit was guided here, and the universe doesn't do coincidence when it comes to timing. These 7 events moving toward you are charged with energy that shifts outcomes, unlocks doors, and rearranges priorities in a way that finally makes sense. You know that half-nervous, half-excited feeling, like the air is different, like change is circling closer, even if you can't explain why. That's not your imagination. The next few weeks bring cosmic movement aligned with your growth, your healing, and your prosperity. And each one of these 7 revelations can open what has felt sealed shut for far too long. The signs will be subtle at first, but they'll stack up fast. Dreams that linger, repeating numbers, familiar names showing up twice, and moments where your intuition feels louder than logic. Before we go further, do something simple but powerful. Comment your date of birth and your zodiac sign. Yes, you're Leo, but your full chart colors how you receive these messages. So drop your birth date and sign below, and if you want readings like this to keep finding you, subscribe to Leo Zodiac now, because what's unfolding for you is a story you'll want to follow all the way through. You carry a strength people admire from a distance but rarely understand up close. You light up rooms without trying. You love intensely. You protect what you care about. And lately you may have felt like you've been doing too much alone, holding everything together, pushing forward, staying brave while your heart quietly asks for a break. That's exactly why this timing matters. Everything you've survived was expanding your capacity to receive. Every tear, every sleepless night, every lonely moment was shaping you into someone who can hold blessings without dropping yourself in the process. What's coming isn't here to save you. It's here to meet the stronger, wiser version of you that you've been becoming. First, an unexpected financial turnaround. In the coming days, something shifts in your money story, fast and not in the way you planned. It might arrive through a surprising offer, an overdue payment finally landing, a new client, a refund, or a small idea that turns into real income. Sometimes it even shows up through a door you didn't think was for you, an invitation, a referral, a message that looks casual but changes everything. And here's what I want you to hear. This isn't just temporary relief. This is the beginning of a new cycle of prosperity that starts replacing the constant, "Is it enough?" feeling. The universe has witnessed the effort you put in when nobody applauded. It has seen the sacrifices you made for responsibility, for family, for survival. It has counted every time you helped someone else, even when you were the one who needed help. Now it's your turn to receive. But when this opportunity shows up, you will need courage, because sometimes you fear repeating old mistakes so much that you hesitate right when life offers something real. You might feel the impulse to say, "I'll think about it later," or "I'm not ready," or "What if it goes wrong?" Recognize that impulse for what it is, an old protective habit trying to keep you in the familiar. Not this time. This time, you trust your instinct. The opportunity may look small at first, like just a conversation, just a message, just a chance. Don't underestimate it. Great fortunes begin with small decisions. Pay attention to casual conversations, invitations you almost decline, and people from the past reaching out at unexpected moments. The sky is amplifying your financial sector, like it's nudging you out of a tight corner and into breathing room. And once the flow starts, your job is to keep the channel open by acting when you're guided, quietly, confidently, and without self-sabotage. And with expansion comes a lesson. Protect what you're building. Stop rescuing people who drain you. Stop undervaluing your work. Stop giving discounts on your energy. If you've been overgiving to prove you're good, this is the season you learn to receive without guilt. Invest in yourself as faithfully as you invest in everyone else. Prosperity is arriving, and it's teaching you how to keep it. Second, a relationship transforms in a way you didn't expect. In the coming days, a key connection shifts: romantic, friendship, or family. This isn't surface level, this is a deep emotional turning point. The person you've had tension with, the one you've felt distance from, the one that's been heavy on your heart, that's where the change can happen. The universe is softening something and preparing a moment of understanding, clarity, and honesty. You may notice their tone change first. You may notice more effort, less defensiveness, more maturity in how they approach you. It starts quietly, and then it becomes undeniable. For some Leos, this looks like reconciliation. Someone finally sees your heart, understands your intentions, and recognizes your value. For single Leos, it can mean meeting someone who truly sees you, not just your charm, but your essence. Someone who isn't intimidated by your intensity, someone who doesn't ask you to shrink. And for Leos already in relationships, it can feel like renewal. The passion returns, the conversations you avoided finally happen, and they go better than you expected. It's the kind of shift where you realize the problem was never love. It was fear, pride, and miscommunication, and those can be healed when two people decide to cooperate instead of compete. But transformation requires participation. You don't have to chase, but you do have to show up. Your strength is beautiful, Leo, but it can become armor. The right people need to see more than your roar. They need to see your tenderness too. In the coming days, you'll be offered chances to speak your truth calmly, to open your heart without abandoning your boundaries, and to let love feel safe again. Remember, softness is not surrender. Softness is confidence. Third, your health and energy begin to improve in noticeable ways. Your body has been trying to talk to you. In the coming days, you'll feel a real shift in your physical and emotional well-being. That lingering fatigue, that heavy pressure, those random aches, the sense that your nervous system has been on for too long, this begins to ease. Not because you force it, but because you finally choose yourself again. And sometimes choosing yourself looks simple. More water, more sleep, fewer arguments, less overstimulation, more sunlight, more quiet, and more respect for your limits. You often carry other people's burdens like it's your job. You try to be the rock. You try to fix the room, and you forget that even the strongest lion needs rest, nourishment, and peace. The universe is nudging you toward balance, better sleep, better boundaries, better habits, and cleaner emotional energy. You may receive helpful advice, discover a natural approach that supports you, or feel the motivation to drop routines that were quietly draining you. The key is consistency, not perfection. Small daily choices change your entire frequency, and it won't feel like punishment. It will feel like self-respect. Eating well becomes an act of love. Moving your body becomes a celebration. Rest becomes sacred. As you honor your body, your mind clears too. Anxiety loses its grip. Negative thoughts soften. Hope returns in a grounded way. You'll feel it in practice. Steadier mornings, clearer focus, lighter energy, and a glow that comes from being well on the inside. When your system stabilizes, your intuition gets stronger too. Because your body is one of the clearest spiritual instruments you have. Fourth, a professional opportunity you cannot ignore. Pay attention here, because this is the kind of moment that changes trajectories. In the coming days, a door opens in your career path. Promotion, new job, partnership, business chance, or the perfect timing to begin a personal project you've held close to your heart. It arrives carrying recognition, growth, and a new level of respect. This is the moment where people stop overlooking you, the moment where your effort becomes visible, the moment where you realize you weren't behind, you were being prepared. You were not built to stay in the background. Life may have placed you there temporarily, but it was never your destiny to remain unseen. When this opportunity appears, It may also bring doubt. Am I ready? What if I fail? What if they realize I'm not perfect? If that voice shows up, don't confuse it with truth. It's just an old fear trying to keep you small. You don't need to be flawless. You need to be willing. You need to be present. You need to say yes to the version of you that has already earned this next step. If this message is speaking to you, take a second and like the video. It supports Leo Zodiac, and it also tells your own spirit, I'm choosing growth. The universe does not bring you what you can't rise to. If it's arriving, it's because you can handle it, even if you're still learning how. Watch for ordinary meetings that aren't ordinary. Watch for new people who feel like bridges. Watch for small beginnings that carry big futures. Greatness is often hidden inside a humble first step. And when you step into this new lane, don't dim yourself to make others comfortable. Lead with integrity, not apology. Let your confidence be calm. Let your work speak. Let your presence be undeniable. Fifth, you receive a sincere apology that changes something inside you. There's a wound you've carried, even if you've tried to act like it doesn't matter. In the coming days, someone who hurt you approaches you with honesty and remorse. This isn't a casual sorry. This is someone naming what they did, owning the impact, and trying to make peace. Sometimes the apology comes in words. Sometimes it comes in action, showing up, repairing, offering what they refused to offer before. Either way, the energy shifts from avoidance to accountability, and that alone can release something heavy from your chest. You'll wonder, should you forgive? Should you let them back in? Only you can answer that. But remember this, forgiveness is primarily for you. It doesn't mean what happened was acceptable. It means you refuse to let the past poison your present. You can forgive with boundaries. You can forgive and still say no. You can forgive and require proof, consistency, and respect. Forgiveness is not forgetting. Forgiveness is freedom. And if the person truly returns transformed, willing to do things differently, it can become an opportunity to rebuild something stronger. Sometimes people only value what they lost after the loss teaches them. But wisdom asks one question: is this safe for my future? So when that apology arrives, breathe. Listen to your intuition. Choose the path that protects your peace. Your heart is big, Leo. Make sure it has a strong gate. Sixth, a hidden talent reveals itself at the perfect time. In the coming days, you discover something in you that's been waiting, quietly, ready to bloom. A creative gift, a skill for guiding others, a problem-solving brilliance, or a deeper spiritual sensitivity that begins to turn on like a light. You might suddenly realize you're incredible at speaking, teaching, writing, designing, organizing, counseling, performing, or leading. Something that was always there, but never fully claimed. It can feel like a missing piece clicks into place, and you finally understand why certain paths never satisfied you. Many people spend their lives becoming what others expect. They develop what feels safe and ignore what feels true. But you are not here for a numb life, Leo. You are here for expression. This talent may awaken through an invitation, a conversation, a sudden interest, or a quiet moment where you finally allow yourself to dream again. And when it activates, it will feel familiar, like coming home to a missing part of you. The world responds differently when you're aligned. Doors open, people listen, opportunities multiply. Confidence rises without you forcing it because it comes from authenticity. You may feel fear at first, fear of failing, fear of being judged, fear of starting at zero. That fear is normal. Don't let it decide for you. Give yourself permission to be a beginner, to experiment, to learn. Every great gift starts with one brave attempt. This is your season to shine with your true light, not the light people demand from you, but the light that rises from your soul. Seventh, a profound spiritual transformation changes your perspective forever. This is the deepest one, and it ties everything together. In the coming days, your spirit shifts, not as a dramatic lightning strike, but as a steady awakening. Synchronicities feel too perfect. Signs arrive right on time. It's like a veil lifts, and you begin to see your life in layers, meaning beneath events, lessons beneath pain, purpose beneath delays. You start noticing how life speaks in patterns, not just words. And you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you start asking, what is this shaping in me? You realize that nothing was random. The hard seasons trained you. The victories were gifts, and the suffering was refining you like fire refines gold. You were not being punished. You were being prepared. Even the delays were protection. Even the endings were redirection. And this understanding brings you back to your power because you stop wasting energy fighting what already shaped you. Your intuition becomes clearer. You trust your body's signals. You notice the subtle warnings and the subtle confirmations. You may feel pulled towards spiritual practices that once felt distant. Meditation, prayer, nature, ancient wisdom, or simply silence. And this transformation brings peace, not dependent on perfect circumstances, but steady enough to hold you through storms. A calm that says, deep down, I am guided, I am supported. I'm not alone. From that calm, your decisions become cleaner, your boundaries become stronger, and your love becomes wiser. Leo, you carry solar energy, the strength of the sun. When you reconnect with that sacred flame inside you, everything changes. Problems don't vanish overnight, but you gain perspective. Wounds don't heal instantly, but you gain the courage to heal them. Let the universe lead you into deeper understanding and a higher version of who you already are. Now take this in. These 7 revelations are not here to impress you. They are here to prepare you. You've been through too much to be here by accident. You kept walking when it would have been easier to quit. And that is exactly why blessings are arriving now, not as luck, but as alignment. The coming days mark the beginning of a new era. Prosperity, love, health, professional fulfillment, inner peace, and spiritual connection. But blessings also require participation. Stay open. Seize opportunities when they appear. Trust your intuition. Allow yourself to shine at full intensity without apologizing for it. The world doesn't need a smaller Leo. It needs a Leo who finally believes in their own light. Here's your challenge. Over the next few days, pay attention to everything. Signs, conversations, repeating numbers, unexpected invitations, the way your body reacts to certain choices. Write down synchronicities. Celebrate small wins. Give thanks for every shift because gratitude keeps the channel open. And when fear tries to whisper, answer it with action. One clear step at a time. If you're still here, let that be your confirmation. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to Leo Zodiac and turn on notifications because we keep bringing messages that illuminate your path and help you move through life with more wisdom and hope. Like the video before you go, and comment your date of birth and zodiac sign so I can see who's calling these blessings in.